It's pretty clear for as long as we can remember that golf instruction has always changed and followed the best player like a lost puppy dog and never really been able to give you the hows and the whys of the golf swing. At RotarySwing.com, we do just that. We believe in giving facts-based information that's going to help you create the golf swing of your dreams. I'm Rotary Swing instructor Chris Tyler, and I'm going to do something a little different this week. I'm going to show you how the 2014 golf swing of Rory McIlroy stacks up against the 2001 swing of Tiger Woods. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the young 25-year-old Rory McIlroy gets his third major championship of his career. Congratulations to Rory McIlroy on that feat. That is absolutely fantastic. He is absolutely awesome to watch and really great for the game of golf. This week, I know that I started out by talking about how golf instruction has always wavered or changed for as long as we can remember. And one of the things that has not changed from one decade to the next, between Tiger Woods of 2001 to Rory McIlroy to today, is where we create a lot of efficient clubhead speed, and that's going to be through leverage. And I'm going to show you a lot of the common things that both of these players have in their golf swings in order to make a lot of efficient moves, so you can in turn use that to create speed. So let's go ahead and take a good close look at things here. I'm going to go ahead and start off with Rory, and I'm going to show you guys that maintaining the width between your knees is going to be a critical point in understanding how to use the lower body effectively and efficiently throughout the entire golf swing. I'm going to mark it on both players, and then also I'm going to mark a very familiar line for all of you guys, and it's right across the belt on both players. Tiger's got his belt up a little bit higher. He's got a little bit larger of a shirt on here. Rory's belt is right in this area. And let's go ahead and take a look here as I wind Rory up to the top part of his golf swing. Stays extremely wide, makes big rotation, but notice that he's maintained the width in the knees there, which is critical for lower body stability and being able to make sure that you're loading up the correct muscles so that when you start to unload, you get good kinesthetic awareness and make sure that your body is anchored to the ground. All right, very similar style move from Tiger back in 2001. You're going to see here as he starts to load, stays extremely wide. You're going to see a little bit more of a lateral shift from Tiger. That's why that line between his knees has moved. But if I were to adjust this line here, you would see that it's maintained that same amount of width right in the knees there. From a two-dimensional aspect, Tiger's actually got a little bit more hip rotation than Rory does at this particular point. And you're going to see that both players in transition here, as Tiger starts to work in transition, his belt line drops probably an inch and a half, not a ton. As his hands are just above the belt line, you're going to see a very similar style move out of Rory here. As he starts to work in transition, he's going to sit into that left side. And that's a great way to start to get the leverage ready to roll out of the golf swing, is making sure that you get into the left side of the body properly. So we have a video on the website called Sitting into the Left Side. You're going to hear us talk about that video a lot for all of you lower body people that want to learn how to leverage the ground. It's going to be absolutely pivotal that you use the left side of the body to control things that are going on. And there's no better player out there in modern golf that does that than Rory McIlroy. He's known for really being able to stall his hips and then be able to pull the power out of the ground and then in turn turn it into a lot of clubhead speed. He's right around the 119 to 120 mile an hour range, and he hits the ball a ton. So you can see as he starts to work down, all right, he's starting to sit into his left side. Now what you're going to notice here is as his hands start to lower below this belt line that I originally drew, his belt is actually going to start to raise. So his hands are going down into the hitting area, and his belt is starting to come back up. And at this point, he's stalled the hips, and he's ready to release through lag and release, and then extension through the hitting area, which is absolutely critical for making a lot of speed at the right time. Now what I want you to notice here is as I work him back down into impact, that he's maintained the exact same width that he started with at the address position. All right, you can see a lot of players will start to, you've heard a lot of golf instruction actually say, have that right knee kiss the left. But what that's doing is it's allowing you to push off the right side. And when you push off the right side, what can happen is your hips will start to come forward, your spine will start to go vertical, and then in turn you can create a lot of mess with ball striking problems. So very similar style move here to Tiger. You're going to see his belt start to come back up as his hands start to drop below that line. And then at the impact zone, you can see that he's also maintained that width beautifully between the knees. And we have a great video on the website called Sitting in the Left Side. We also have how the lower body works. Both of those are in the program downswing section. But we also have another video that deals with lower body stability in the Rotary Connect. And I know that there's a lot of Rotary Swing fanatics out there that have been looking for the Rotary Connect, and I got great news. It looks like we're getting those back in stock here in the next week or two, so we'll be sending out pre-orders for those things. Rotary Connect is a great tool to put in between your knees or just above the knees, and it's going to help you keep that width between there so you can learn how to sit into that left side properly You can use those left obliques to pull that left hip away from the target and teach yourself how to stall. If you don't have kinesthetic awareness of these particular moves, then you're basically just putting band-aids on things. You need to be able to make sure that you feel the correct body movements or the correct change within the body to make efficient power and efficient speed. So you can see again, from 2014 to 2001, both players making right around the same speed. There hasn't been really a lot of change in what they did to make a lot of leverage or a lot of efficient speed. So you can see that they both made a small squat into that left side in transition. You can see that they both maintained lag, and they also maintained the width in the knees in order to be able to leverage and pull that power out of the ground. All right, guys, so I look forward to working more with you guys in the future. Put these videos to use that I mentioned before. Also, the straight left-legged impact video, I know that I've mentioned that a little bit in the past. Check those videos out. Get that lower body really anchored to the ground. Use it for power. Then learn how to lag and release the golf club properly, and you'll make a ton of speed as well. All right, I look forward to working more with you guys in the future, and I hope you have a great day. Okay, so those of you that are joining us on our YouTube channel, I'm going to go ahead and include a special bonus clip of how to sit into the left side so that you can learn how to leverage the ground like Tiger and Rory did in this video. And remember, if you like this video, go ahead and click the like button below. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those up and I'll help you out as best I can. I look forward to working more with you guys in the future, and I hope you have a great day.
One of the most common problems that we see for golfers of all levels is losing the tush line. That's talked about so much, and especially on the forums, and people who are trying to understand the golf swing. They can build a lot of good things into their swing, but when it comes to looking at the swing from down the line, they start to stand up and get this early extension into the swing. I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. As a golfer's coming into impact, one of the things that we do is look at the tush line, which is basically a vertical line drawn straight down from a down-the-line view from the rear. So typically we'll draw that at address. That's not the most important one, but if we draw it at address and we leave it sitting here, you can basically see where a straight line would be drawn down straight a couple inches behind my heel. As I come down into impact, when people lose that tush line, what it looks like is this. They start to stand up, and notice how now my rear has moved in, so I've lost the tush line. The opposite of that would look like if I maintain it, this. So now my tush line is basically where it was at address. That's what we're looking for, because if you don't do that, if you start to create this look, it makes it very common for the club to drop to the inside and get stuck. It makes it really common to hit blocks and pushes and snap hooks, and it's also a little hard on your back and your hip. So apart from those problems and several others, it's very important that you learn to maintain it. But what it shows is that when you're not maintaining it, that you're doing a couple of very fundamental things of the golf swing incorrectly. And so I'm going to give you a drill today that's going to help you develop the correct movement